Hello, good evening. My name is ìgbà, and I'm one of the organizers of this bootcamp. So this is a welcoming session and introductory session to the bootcamp. This is where you know all about the bootcamp, what it is, what it's not, and just we call it like an onboarding session in the corporate world. So this is like an onboarding session to the bootcamp. So I will go into details of what the bootcamp is, what to expect from it, how the program is supposed to run, and just general things. And eventually, you have to ask questions. Sorry. Okay, I'm having an issue with my network here. So I would like to apologize because this should be a live session, but unfortunately I have an appointment by almost the same time tomorrow, so that's why I'm recording the this session today. So it's supposed to hold by 1 p.m. tomorrow, that's Tuesday, but this is around 10 p.m. on Monday, and I'm recording it again tomorrow. So I'm sorry, it's supposed to be a live session. I wish it would be a live session because then we'll be able to interact, we'll be able to ask questions, I'll be able to answer, but at least for now, let's make do with what we have. So once again, I'm Gbemisola Olanio, and let me pull up my profile. So okay, so you can see my screen. This is my profile. So I'm the co-founder of ALOTIMEYSLTD Ltd. Some of you know about ALOTIMEYSLTD Ltd before, some of you don't. Some of you know me from LinkedIn, some of you based on word of mouth. But this is a brief introduction to who I am. I'm the co-founder of ALOTIMEYSLTD Ltd, which is an engineering training institute in Nigeria. And I graduated with the first class honors in mechanical engineering from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. And what I did put here is that I worked at Tranus Contracting Limited, worked past tense at Tranus Contracting Limited, and I'm very passionate about engineering education in the country, Nigeria, and which is one of the reasons I organized this bootcamp for students affected by the ASU strike, by the ongoing ASU strike. So that being done, so normally I should have given you an opportunity to introduce yourselves, at least maybe 2-3 people. Introduce yourselves, how you got to know about the bootcamp, what you expect from the bootcamp, what you hope to learn, what you hope to gain, and we'll move on to the next thing. So the next thing is an introduction to what the bootcamp is all about. So once someone has a question on the WhatsApp group, that what is bootcamp? And then someone else told you to go and Google it. So bootcamp has like an historical meaning, but what I am interpreting bootcamp as is a program where you like have an idea of multiple skills, and you can always bring it together to have an idea of different skills, and then harmonizing the whole thing. So, for example, during the lockdown 2020, I attended an online bootcamp on design, like graphic design. So we're introduced to like basics of UI UX, basics of web design, basics of product design, basics of print design, and different types of design. So a bootcamp is where you are introduced to this. So just to know like what everything entails, so you know that okay, this is what I want to focus on. But this one is kind of different in that we are not giving you the luxury, although you'll be able to like have access to every course in the community, every course in this bootcamp. But the idea is for you to focus on one or two in this during the period of this bootcamp. So, for example, we don't want you to be doing web design, embedded systems, automation all at once. So at least do one, at most two, for the period of this bootcamp, and then afterwards you can always go and check out what every other person is doing in every other course. So the whole license of the bootcamp is so that one of the aims of the bootcamp is to be able for undergraduates, because this is designed for undergraduates. It's not designed for graduates. It's not designed for working class citizens or those that are already have like an idea of some of these courses and want to build up their knowledge. That's not what this program is for. It's to engage undergraduates on continuous learning, so they won't just be sitting at home bored or sitting at home doing nothing in this ASU strike. So the idea is to keep them engaged. So if you are a graduate and you're just looking to, maybe you already have a basic understanding of cybersecurity, for example, and you want to build on it, this is not the place for you. And I think I explained this to people before, the commented on this camp, those that asked me directly. So one of the aims of the boot camp is to keep engineering undergraduates engaged in this ASU strike. Another aim is to be able to for them to be able to build a portfolio and to be involved in a project before the end of the program. So there's a very big possibility of the program extending beyond the 1 month. It's just a possibility, but it's designed for a month. And it's designed to run from tomorrow, that's Tuesday, 24th of May, to 23rd of June. I think that's a Thursday. So it's designed to run for a month, and in that 1 month, you should be able to have training sessions, like have interactions with your facilitators. You should be able to have be able to attend the general sessions, be able to have do your assignments, submit your assignments, do your projects, and also do team projects. There will be team projects, and they also winning the team projects will attract cash prizes. So those are some of the features of this bootcamp. So now to the requirements. So what is required of you? First of all, you are required to be at least an undergraduate of a Nigerian institution. We have those outside Nigeria, it is fine. We have those that are not in school, that's fine too. But this program was created for undergraduates. So one of the requirements is you should be a Nigerian undergraduate on strike. So this is not the time to be making noise and say that, oh, you are well, let me keep that. So one of the requirements for you to be a Nigerian undergraduate. Another requirement is for you to have access to internet. So this program will be running online for the most part, and you are expected to watch the sessions, to join the meetings, to participate. So I know some people have asked me that probably they are doing their internships or they are working, and they're asking if there's a way to fit it around their schedule. So as much as possible, all the sessions will be recorded and will be posted on the in the community. So we have different channels. If it's general sessions, will be posted. Every general session will be posted on the general session. Okay, you have to see my cursor. For the general sessions, every video resource will be posted here. For cybersecurity will be posted here. Embedded system will be posted here. So all the resources, all the videos will be posted in its respective channels. So you can always go back to watch it. But if you are chanced, I will encourage you to join as at when your teacher, facilitator is live. So so the number 2 requirement is to have access to the internet. Number 3 requirement is to have a laptop. I know some people have you don't have a personal laptop, which is fine. If you have a friend that can borrow you, or you have probably a cyber cafe or something, or just an older one, your father, your mother, your older siblings, your cousins, your neighbors that has a laptop, you can just tell them to borrow you for the period of time, or just for this bootcamp. It's just for you to follow your teacher along, to be able to practice, to be able to get involved in the projects. And so most of the courses actually need for you to have a laptop. But when you get to your specific courses, your teacher, your facilitator will tell you, will give you more details. So that is that. Another requirement, which is not compulsory but I'm encouraging you to have, is to have a book and a pen to take down notes. So you would just rely on passive learning. When I mean passive learning, that's just like watching videos. For example, you cannot be watching me without getting anything out of it, and then eventually you start asking questions or what I've already spoken about. So I will enjoin you to like have a pen, have a book, probably a new book for this bootcamp, and take down notes so that you can always go back to it. Well, I like taking notes. I have my notes from secondary school, I have my notes from university still there, so every time I need to, I can refer to it, and I think it's a good practice. So that's another requirement. So let's move to the rules of this bootcamp. So there's no, we call it like housekeeping rules. There's no hard and fast rule, but in this bootcamp we are people of different backgrounds, and I would like for us to keep it as professional as possible. Obviously you can make friends, you can share jokes, but don't post something that is unrelated to the aims and objectives of this bootcamp. So for example, I don't expect you to be posting what do you call this, MLM kind of messages. Leave that on WhatsApp, but don't bring some of those funny things down to Discord. Well, I'll be able to delete it, but don't give me that kind of work. So I trust that we will all be civilized and keep this platform free of excesses. So let's just stick to the objectives of this program and get the best out of it. So another thing I want us to do is to change our usernames to our full names. So it's just for us to easily identify you. So we know those that are participating, those that are not participating, those that we need to call and say, okay, where you've not attended maybe so and so about sessions, and it's very, very necessary. So please, and please, I think I've announced it before now on the introduction and on this introduction and networking channel, that you should please change our names to your full names. So you can always come here. This is me. I changed my name. So there's a way to change your name for a specific server. So I know someone messaged me and told me that he is on different servers and he will not want to put out his full name for all the servers. So there's a way to change your name for a specific server. So for this is the engineering bootcamp server. Please and please let your names be full. Like I won't want to see for example, I don't know who this chief is, so please, whoever it is, please change your name to your full name. I don't know who Chi Divine is, I don't know who Kosi is, but please change your name to your full name so that we'll be able to, like, your facilitators will be able to engage with you better and know who is who. So kindly do that. Okay, so I believe you have done that. So if this were a live session, I'd have paused for us to change our names. If you don't know how to do it, ask and you shall receive. So so how the bootcamp is designed to go. So I've already shared the timetable with everyone. So let me pull that up. So this is the timetable, and you can see this is the first session, which is the welcome and introduction, general setup, installation session, and we have a general session 1. So this is the timetable for the whole bootcamp, and you can see we have 7 general sessions. So the general sessions are compulsory sessions, which means everyone is expected to attend these sessions. So we have different speakers, so 7 different speakers for 7 different sessions. So if you can see, we have an insight to the Nigerian industry. We have leveraging LinkedIn, we have a report writing session, we have Microsoft Excel session, a CV writing session, applying for jobs, and then prospects after graduation. So these are, like I said, the bootcamp was designed for undergraduates. So I know it might not be relevant for those of us that are graduates, but I think you should at least be able to learn. Oh, sorry, my network is bad. You should be able to learn 1 or 2 things from this session. So let me pull this up again. Okay, so we have 7 sessions, and they usually run in the afternoon. So after your introductory sessions, sorry, after your breakout sessions, we have the general sessions like this. Okay, so for Thursday, although I will announce that we have on this Thursday, the session doesn't start by 3 but starts by 11 to 12, because the person taking this session is in Malaysia, and because of time zone, different time zones, it's better for us to have it in the mornings rather than afternoons. So, but if you come, okay, we are back. There's a network issue, but I'm recording with Camtasia, so it won't really affect it. So if you come to your to the left hand side of the server, you'll see the events here. So these are the general sessions. So for example, tomorrow we have a general session 1, which is design and engineering, a discussion with Julian, with Mr. Julian. So I'm sorry, network is annoyingly slow today. Okay, so we have this tomorrow, we have this on Thursday, LinkedIn, we have this on the 16th of June, we have another on the 21st of June. So I think if you are familiar with LinkedIn, these are familiar faces, people you should know on LinkedIn. And for general sessions, sorry, ignore my face. So for general sessions, you can just come here and click on the link. This is the Google link that I'll be using, so you can click on it and join from here. So I won't have to keep posting, although I'll still try and see if I can post it for those that probably are not using a laptop or are not familiar with Discord. I'll post it on the general sessions. I'll post on general sessions channel here, so you can have access to. You can just join at a click, but in case I forget, you can always come here and join from here. So so aside from the general session, we have the breakout sessions. So the breakout sessions are where you will be able to take your individual courses. For example, we have cybersecurity, we have product and industrial design, we have industrial automation, embedded systems, and on and on. So depending on what your interest is, you will be able to come to each of these text channels and join. So so that will start on Thursday. So it will start tomorrow, starts on Thursday. So but before then, your facilitators might have contact with you. So each facilitator, oh sorry, once again. Okay, we're back. So aside from the general session, we have the breakout session. So like I was saying, each of the channels are named to the courses. So you can, if you are taking cybersecurity, you can always join here. And for now, there's nothing going on here. So but when it starts on Thursday, you can always come here. This is where your facilitators will be interacting with you, posting information, posting the outlines. Well, I should post the outline. Your facilitators should engage with you here, fix dates. So for example, it doesn't have to be according to the timetable. For example, you should have a session by 1 to 3 p.m. on Thursday, but peradventure your facilitator is not going to be available at that time. They can always reschedule your classes for a date convenient for all of you in that channel, and you can join. But the only thing that's going to be fixed are the general sessions. So the general sessions have fixed times because the speakers have already been booked ahead of time. So but the breakout sessions will be at the discretion of your facilitator. That's what I'm trying to pass across. Okay, so by the 14th of June, all the breakout sessions should end, and by 16th of June we should commence team projects. So the team projects are designed to be multidisciplinary, which means it's not just one, just not a group of mechanical engineers working together. In the industry, obviously, we know that we don't work in isolation. So mechanical engineers will have to work with the civil engineers. We also have to work with the electrical engineers on projects. So that's the whole idea of this team projects. So we can lump different groups of people from different disciplines together to work on a project, and you're expected to deliver and make presentations. So, but we still have up to the 14th of June to do that. So just keep preparing yourselves along, learn as much as possible, ask questions. If you're given assignments, please do them as at when due. These things will be counting for you or against you, depending on how you perform. So as much as possible, please be available for general sessions, be available for the breakout sessions. If you can't be available at that exact time, all the sessions will be recorded and will be made available on the channel. So your facilitator will either post the video on the channel or link or send you to where you're supposed to watch the videos from, but it's at the discretion of your facilitator. But all sessions will be recorded, and I'll leave it at that. So once it comes to all the breakout sessions, is at the discretion of your facilitator. So he or she will tell you what to do or how to go about his or her sessions. So, but at the end, we'll come together again on the 16th of June for team projects. So we have different teams working on different projects, or some will be working on the same project, and then there will be a presentation session, and the teams that win, or the teams that probably score the highest, will have cash awards. So each of the members will go home with something. So that's another feature of the bootcamp. So let me see if I'm missing anything out. Okay, so this is the time where you should be asking questions, but obviously you can't ask me questions now, but you can when this goes live tomorrow and you watch it, you can always ask questions on the channel, and I will answer once I come back online. So I think that's about that for now. If there's any other information, I'll pass it across either via your respective channels or on the general group. But whichever be the case, I will let you know, and I hope this bootcamp will be a huge success, and I hope you all learn as much as possible. The facilitators are also here to learn from you as much as you are also here to learn from the facilitators. So as much as possible, give information and get information. So this is a bootcamp where one person is not higher than another. So even if the person is a facilitator, doesn't mean that he or she knows everything about whatever he or she is teaching, but at least the person knows as much as is required to work wherever he or she is working, or do whatever he or she is doing. So I will enjoin you to humble yourselves to learn, and as much as possible also be humble enough to correct or to teach probably your classmates, those of you learning together. Assist whoever is struggling, and at the end of the day, we are all here to help each other, to watch each other grow, and to embark on projects. So there are some of the facilitators that are working on projects, and I've said that anyone that goes through their course, I won't say the exact course, goes through their course, they can also join in the projects can also join in on ongoing projects. So for example, let's say I'm working on building a high-rising building, and if you go through this course with me, I'll give you enough information to be able to join me on that project, if you understand what I'm trying to communicate. So yeah, that's all I would like to cover for now. If there's any other information, like I said, I will let you know either via your facilitators or I will post it. So for now, please, I would like to ask you to abide by the rules and regulations of this bootcamp so you can get as much as possible. So we'll not spend unnecessary time fighting each other or trying to correct one another. So just like I said, your names, please change your nicknames to your full names for this particular server. You can leave your username later, but for this specific server, please change your names to your full names, like I showed you earlier. As much as possible, if you are given like resources and you want to read ahead of the class, and you want to they link you to videos, watch the videos. If they link you to books to read the books. It's all for your good, and just learn to be proactive I posted a book some days ago on being an engineer and not an engineering graduate. So it's not enough to study mechanical engineering, it's not enough to study civil engineering or study agricultural engineering or whatever I studied in school. The whole essence of this, or the education you have been given, is to be able to practice it. So not practice as a receptionist, not practice as an HR manager, but practice as an engineer. So an engineer is trained to solve problems. So that's why we'll be giving you a whole lot of problems to solve. The team projects are going to be problems, streams of problems for you to solve. So that's the whole idea. So once you be able to use your mind to think up innovative solutions to these problems, so it doesn't have to be a one-way street. You can go out, think outside the box, like they always say. Think outside the box and be innovative and be creative. And I wish you a happy bootcamp. I wish you good luck, and the success of this bootcamp depends on me as much as it depends on you. So as much as we as organizers are doing our own part, we will ask you to cooperate with us and also give us suggestions and feedback on how to make things better, whether for this bootcamp or for subsequent ones. So once again, my name is Birusola, co-founder of ALOTIMEYSLTD Ltd and lifelong learner. So I wish you happy learning. So if this were tomorrow, immediately after now, after asking your questions, by 3 p.m. you should have a general session with Julian Mbakwe. So please join, encourage him, not encourage, learn from him, because he has a whole lot of, I know him, he works with Autodesk as an ambassador of Autodesk. So he works with Autodesk, and he has a whole lot of insights to the Nigerian industry because he has worked in multiple industries. So as much as possible, ask him questions, anything you need to know, ask him. And if after the program, after listening to him, you still have questions, you can always drop your messages. I will ask him on my end, and whatever answers he gives, I will relay to you. Or if he's willing to have another session to answer questions, it's fine by him. And yeah, we'll take from there. So this is not a streamlined bootcamp that nothing can change. Things can obviously change as long as it's an improvement, not a retrogression. So for lastly, this bootcamp was designed to be online, to be held online. So that's why I said all sessions will be recorded. But for some specific sessions like industrial automation, so for those of you that are in Ibadan and you chose industrial automation, there's a physical venue for you to have practical sessions. So industrial automation is not just about theories. If not, all the courses are about practicals anyway. So, but when it comes to like hardware wiring, hardware connections, some of you have to be on ground. So the facilitator will tell you that when you move to the breakout sessions. So for now, I think I've covered everything that you need to know as at now. If you don't know how to use Discord, obviously we'll put you through, but I'm not too sure we'll be using Discord for meetings, but whatever be the case, your facilitator will let you know. But like I said again, for the general sessions, you can always access it from here. This is the Google link, you can copy and paste and join it. So this is the link, you can join from here. And yeah, that's about it. So see you later. I hope you ask as much questions as possible, and I hope to be able to provide as detailed as possible answers. So this is where I will say good night and see you again. Bye.